Despite decades of activism, women around the world are still paid significantly less than their male counterparts. The United Nations estimates at the current rate of progress it could take more than 250 years to achieve economic gender parity. While International Equal Pay Day marked the first time today, highlights the work needed to be done to redress the balance. Well, for more on this, we can speak to Virginia Langbach. She's former director of the European Institute for Gender Equality. Well, thanks for joining us here on the programme. Should we start with a simple question, perhaps? Why has progress been so slow?
I think the progress has been so slow because it's not just one thing. It has contained so many elements. And you cannot say just, I work 2 hours, I'm paid for 2 hours. But it has to do with, all the stereotypes, all the aspects, and also, the formal and informal discrimination. It has to do with the part-time and, the school and work-life balance. That's why it is connected so much with everything we do, and it's not easy just to cut it. If you think like European Union, in the establishing treaty, it was already named, and we never managed to close it.
Now, we often look at the Nordic countries as perhaps the models to follow. What is it that you think that they've done right that so many other countries are doing wrong?
There still is a gender pay gap in whichever country in the European Union. Also, you can find in Sweden or Norway or Finland, Denmark as well. The thing is that many of those other aspects, like stereotypes, the ways, the risks for discrimination for women are working full-time in most cases, and then the men also take care of the children. They share the burden, which means that you have also the whole life, you have the work-life balance, the society takes care, the municipalities and government for the child care, elderly care, which is very, very big trigger, like for the good positive changes.
Now, despite the enormous economic consequences from the COVID-19 pandemic, do you think it also presents an opportunity for countries to look at how they're handling this problem?
For the moment, what we see, of course, we see that it has been a negative impact on women, the working women, because now, since the schools are closed, the preschools are closed, so that means that they also have to be at home and while working, when it was this distance working remote, which it's not so much for the kids, for the children, for the husbands or the fathers. So now what we say that one of the positive things could be that the fathers also learn how to be also take care and share the work with the family. But it's very many things which need to go through and put some targets and see how it functions.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about, or it seems to me like you're talking about changing the very essence of so many cultures. How do we even begin to start taking those first steps to do that?
I think there it will be very, very exciting to see how this historical decision and all the political will be implemented. Because in a way now, when you would need to see, like in different aspects, stereotypes and those other things, you have to have a specific targets, and you have to plan for how long it will take for you really to manage that. So the European Commission already put quite much of those challenges in the European Union gender strategy. So that would be also one of the examples what we can see and how we can measure it. But that will be the most exciting to see. Will we manage? How will we manage? So it's not just a tokenism.
Virginia Langbach, former director of the European Institute for Gender Equality. It's been fascinating speaking to you. Thanks for your time.